The formula to definitive moments in hip hop can't really be duplicated, but it can be studied. A Tribe Called Quest would show how a song, coupled with the right video, would take an expression called hip hop to unseen heights. It would also withstand the test of time of many music videos and posse cuts before it and after it. This is the story of Scenario. In March of 1992, hip hop would change forever as A Tribe Called Quest would drop their third single off their classic sophomore album, A Low End Theory. This song would forever change hip hop in two major ways, making the posse cut bigger than life and bringing hip hop videos to a new era from a creativity standpoint. This song would feature the leaders of the new school members Dinco D, Busta Rhymes, and Charlie Brown, accompanied by Q-Tip and Five Dog of A Tribe Called Quest. Scenario was directed by Jim Swaffield. Jim Swaffield directed 3 previous videos for A Tribe Called Quest: Can I Kick It, Check the Rhyme, and We've Got the Jazz.
Really cool. I mean, they were really, we would go into a video and usually they'd have a couple ideas they wanted to explore in that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I'd just throw some stuff out and a number of those videos we made, we didn't just have a one shoot day. We'd shoot and we'd mess around with it and shoot a little bit more. Like editing any of those videos was like Scenario or something was very complex, but you could do
legendary.
It was like 35 layers or something back then, which was crazy. So
Right.
Just like there was a golden age of hip hop, there was also a golden age of hip hop videos from a creative standpoint. Hype Williams was the leader and definite best to ever do it from a body of work and cinematic standpoint. But before Hype Williams took over the golden age of hip hop videos were a lot different in the 80s and early 90s. Hip hop videos from the 80s and early 90s could sometimes be formulaic, but there were many examples where videos really stepped out of the realms of the norm and would really push the boundaries of what hip hop was from a culture and also from a cinematic standpoint. Just looking at the opening of the Scenario video, you are put inside of a studio session with the samples. You're also in a music video, and you're also inside of the editor's Macintosh computer to chop up a hip hop music video all in one. The video constantly evolves. It has single shots, it has group shots, it has dope cameos. It goes inside the studio, outside the studio, but brings it all together in a perfect balance. The posse cut, which is typically defined as 4 or more MCs, has really sprouted over the decades of hip hop and has truly been one of the key factors of some of the best videos and some of the best MCing of all time. Now, the best posse cut of all time can be a 2 or 3 hour debate, as we've seen some stellar, remarkable performances. What stands out about Scenario is the synergy and the obvious collective energy between all the MCs on this song. Now, in most posse cuts, it feels like a live cypher, but with Scenario, it feels like every verse, every bar, every lyric all came together in a perfect harmony. And just think about every single verse on the song. Every verse has something memorable that truly stands out, whether it's the opening bars from Five Dog, or if you look at the way Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip speak to each other on the track. Similar to when Q-Tip asks Fife, is he on point? In this song, Q-Tip asks Busta Rhymes to explain what he just said, and then Busta Rhymes then explains exactly what Q-Tip said, but just in a different manner. And just like any standout classic posse cut, there always has to be a definitive best verse. There always has to be the definitive feature. And just like if you follow Busta Rhymes' career throughout different posse cuts he's been on, he's always shined the brightest on these songs just because of his energy, his delivery, and just his voice. Coupled with the direction of the video, Busta Rhymes was able to carry out one of the best performances in a posse cut history, which would really take this song over the top. Busta Rhymes would carry that momentum from the Scenario video to one of the best solo careers we've seen out of any MC in hip hop history. Busta Rhymes knew back then the importance of having the matching visuals to the song, because even though these songs are great on their own, when you match them with the visuals, it really brings hip hop, brings your lyrics, and really brings everything to the next level. So Busta Rhymes was able to have a major hip hop career, not only from a production standpoint, from a lyrical standpoint, but also from a visual standpoint. Tribe Called Quest can definitely be considered what we would call leaders of the new school, because they did come out right at the beginning of the 90s. They were able to fuse crazy jazz loops, some of the best drums you've ever heard, and the dynamic between Five Dog and Q-Tip is still unmatched. They always will be able to carve out their place in hip hop, not just with their classic albums and singles, but also with this video, this posse cut, and this dope track called Scenario.